Today I want to talk about my philosophy of existence. And I don't think it's personally my philosophy. I think there's a lot of other thinkers out here, most of the famous thinkers, who have come to the conclusion that I feel as if everything kind of just sucks and everyone sucks. But I also live in a type contradiction of that. Every stranger, I believe, sucks. All my friends, family, and people I love, they're amazing, and they will continue to be amazing. And I think when I tell people that, they view it as very cynical towards the world, and they'd be like, oh, how can you just dislike everything and still be happy? For me, it's very easy. I kind of just accept that I dislike everything. And then when I have the happy moments with my loved ones, I'm like, oh, not so bad, huh? And yeah, it's kind of like, it's the philosophy of contradiction. Because when I break down how life works, we're supposed to be born into free will, but then we didn't have the choice of being born. And then that's what I think about. And then I break it down even more because when we become adults, when we become sentient beings, how much of it is our free will and not the idea that somebody else has put into us? And these are not always bad or good things. Like when your parents teach you not to do a certain thing, most likely they're doing it so in terms of society you're not a lunatic and you just don't understand social cues and social norms that usually help you get up in life, because that's just how it works. No matter how many social norms I want to ignore, at the end of the day I have to accept to get more in life. I have to be okay with the things I dislike, like holidays, for example. Yeah, I'm not a big holiday person, but for the most part, if I want to make somebody in my life feel better, I'll most likely have to participate in that thing. Or just overall, just the concept of a lot of things doesn't make sense to me, but it's also been implemented in me that I feel like I need these things. So it is overall just the law of contradiction that I feel like I believe in, and just two things being able to be truthful. It gets negative sometimes because a lot of the one thinker that has that type of idea is Emil Sharon, and he has a quote that says, "I do not hate life or desire death. I only regret being born." That's a very negative-ish quote, you know, but when I first heard it, I kind of agreed a lot, and I was like, oh, because at the end of the day, it's just like I'm just some guy living life, going through every ups and downs that a human goes through, and then other people will be like, someone has it worse than you, which is fair, but it's also like I'm not that person, sadly, sorry, and I kind of have to live my life. So when I go through something bad, I'm like, you know what? I kind of didn't ask for this, Adults are going through stuff and they're like, man, I just have to do this, which kind of sucks, but it's like you still find the joy with your people and just overall small things you can do. So I do believe everything sucks, but you shouldn't desire to just stop. Yeah, it's just the law of contradiction. Throughout this whole time I'm talking, it just sounds like I keep flip-flopping, which is pretty much just how I live my daily life. And it might change at some point. Still developing this little front part, but I find it that I'm okay with this frame of thinking for now. So, we'll see. Could expand on it, could double down on it. But I just hope you can hear mine and it may be able to help you break down your own philosophy, or you can just not agree with me at all and just be like, you're wrong. And then you make your own philosophy out of it. But overall, I just want to promote thinking, not just listening and being like, oh, he's so right. I want to, oh, now I know. No, no. It doesn't make any sense to do that because me and you are two different individuals. We are never going to be on the same page on everything, and we can't even fathom to live life the same way as each other. So, end of the day, think. Thinking's good for you. Thinking, it's what we've been blessed with, as if you want to call it that, or cursed. But overall, think for yourself.